在遥远的北极圈内最北部的一个挪威小镇，有一家冷冰冰的冰雪旅店，号称是全世界最北边的旅店。这里有零下摄氏度的客房，巨无霸帝王蟹，还有可爱又隆重的接机服务，值得让你尖叫！赶紧跟着酷旅店一起去一探究竟。
哇，好开心啊！能够来到挪威的首都就是奥斯陆，从这我要坐下一个飞机到我们的目的地就是 Kirkenes。在这里呢，听说会有很多雪，我非常期待，因为我这一辈子一直很想来挪威。我们准备出发，跟我来吧。
主持人 Alan 吴振天从新加坡出发，飞行15个小时到10000公里以外的挪威奥斯陆。不过这里还不是 Alan 的终点站。由奥斯陆还要再飞大约1500公里，2个小时后才能抵达目的地希尔科内斯，这个挪威北部边陲的小镇。
Hey, that's me, Alan.
All right.
Who are you?
Welcome to Kirkenes. My name is Gijs.
Hi, my name is Alan.
All right.
Ooh, it's beautiful out here.
It is a beautiful day. It's almost summer.
So, can we head to the hotel?
Yes.
How are we gonna get there?
Let's do it with dog sled.
All right. 好，准备走。
可爱的哈奇士犬组成的接机队伍，让客人对冰雪旅店留下了深刻而美好的第一印象。坐上由哈奇士犬拉动的雪橇，更是来到北欧旅行不可错过的体验。冰雪旅店坐落在希尔克内斯这个挪威北部芬马克郡的小镇内，地处北极圈，这里最低温度可达零下40摄氏度。每年有超过一半的日子，小镇都是一身漂亮的银装素裹。这里也出现了一家独特的旅店。自开幕以来，以冰雪打造的冰雪旅店吸引了无数游客从世界各地慕名而来。白天，这里是游人如织的观光景点；到了夜晚，就成了迷人的客房。Alan 刚刚坐着雪橇抵达冰雪旅店，旅店创始人 Cora 就已经在这里等待他的到来。
I'm Alan.
This is my friend Alan.
Hello.
These are
Such a pleasure to
assistants.
meet you.
Yes.
70岁的 Cora 就是冰雪旅店的灵魂人物，也是村里人号称的疯子。因为没有他疯狂的想法，就不会有今天的冰雪旅店啦。
For you, my friend, I make an exception.
You do an exception. Wow, I feel very special.
This is a welcome drink.
冰块的杯子啊。
This
Okay.
is the only kind of service we have.
Oh, really?
The rest you have to do yourself.
Do yourself. How do we say cheers in Norwegian?
Skål.
Skål.
Skål. This is the non-alcohol part. We have one called Rudolph's Revenge, and this is 50% vodka and 50% of this juice.
接下来，让 Cora 为我们揭开这个旅店冰冷的面纱。
How many rooms are in here?
14 rooms.
14 rooms. 14 bedrooms.
And you see here that when we make it, it shrinks.
It shrinks.
Yes. So you can see here the pattern, which sounds like, it looks like I've been artist. And the nice thing here is the crystals.
Yeah.
Because this is man-made. It's when you and me, when we breathe.
Yeah.
So where it's a lot of people are coming, or where we have the door open here, and it's coming warmer, it makes this nice, this decoration. It looks like diamonds.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
旅店到处都布置了不少富有艺术感的冰雕，让人感觉犹如置身于冰雪的博物馆里。而每一个冰雕，其背后都有它生动的故事。前台的大熊提醒大家，旅店外就生活着大约30至45只棕熊。在北欧，棕熊是受保护的动物，而希尔克内斯有着全挪威最高密度的棕熊数量。
And my favorite room is this one here. This is where you are sleeping tonight.
Wow,
This is made
beautiful.
No, this is renovated this year, and this is a swan. And this is where the new married people, or if they are going to ask to be married, the two hearts there. And the bed here, there is a thermal layer in between here. It's a fantastic quality on the beds. And the privacy question is not a big problem because you never go naked.
Yeah.
You have a kind of
Thermals.
thermal dress under, and you
Yes.
have. I will show you
Okay.
hat and what you need to survive the night.
Okay.
Yes, but most people survive.
Yeah, most people, not
Yeah.
all. 当初呢是比我现在想象的完全不一样，所以呢，我们就可以感受到很多东西，我们平时没办法感受到，尤其是住在雪酒店里面，所以这些东西可能一次来这里就会给我，还是给一些住在大城市一些游客一个一辈子不能忘的一个经验，一个记忆。
让 Alan 最难忘的，也莫过于客房里竟然没有厕所。要上洗手间就得到客房外，但是为了拥有这难得的体验，牺牲一点便利也是值得的。虽然冰雪客房没有窗户，但不过别担心，人在完全封闭的空间里也能生活足足12天。而且这冰冷的空间，它其实是具有疗愈作用的。
Because when you stay alone here tonight, you will feel it so quiet,
Yeah.
and you will start to hear, and then you think, is it oxygen here? Where am I now? And you can talk about whatever. And people get very private, very childish.
Yeah.
They talk about everything with each other here. So really,
Okay.
this is a therapist room,
Yeah.
really. Not, we don't tell them, but
You don't tell
it
them.
happens. It's happened part of the experience here. When people see everything, they understand they are on expedition.
在-4摄氏度，完全用冰雪打造的房间过夜，确实是一种难能可贵的探险体验。也难怪旅店1年就能吸引4万名游客慕名到访啦。
Like
Once in a
nothing
lifetime.
yes, once in a lifetime, like nothing we've ever done or will do in the future.
And once might be enough. Really, really cool. The rooms are really interesting looking. Might be distracted and not even fall asleep.
And what attracted us to the hotel was how different it is. So every room has a little bit different artwork. You sleep on a bed that's made out of ice. It was really different from any other experience that we felt like we could have, so it really spoke to us.
在旺季期间，冰雪客房价格可高达1晚6200挪威克朗，相等于915新元。虽然价格不菲，但不少旅客还是愿意为人生难得一次的体验买单。就不知道 Alan 准备好迎接他的初次体验了吗？
好了，今晚可以说是到我的雪酒店高潮。有一方面我是非常期待，另外一面呢是有点紧张，因为今晚我就会在这个雪酒店里面过夜。然后呢，这个过夜的温度是差不多-5度到-4度。然后要准备一些东西，首先呢，我要拿一个床单，还有呢，这个是他们的一个 balaclava， 还是像一个头套。然后呢，他们有很厚很厚的羊毛袜子。那我就要选一个睡袋。OK， 好，那我们进去吧。OK， 好。这个先打开。听说这些睡袋是能够保护你到-25度，这里是差不多-4到5度，所以应该没什么问题。OK， 好，那我就先准备睡了。好，晚安 ，Good night。
Alan 是否能一夜好眠，还是会结成冰？让我们拭目以待。 在挪威北极圈内的冰雪旅店，主持人 Alan 吴震天在冰雪套房里度过了冰冷的一夜。
其实在这里过一晚啊，我在想，谁会想来这里睡？这么冷，然后这么安静，也没有厕所，也没有网络，也没有插头。不过我觉得有很多人，他们也会喜欢这种户外冒险，有室内的冒险。所以希望多点这些类型的人呢，可以来这里来享受一下，来体验。现在呢，我不再说了，我要刷一个牙，我的口气有点臭，然后肚子也很饿，我们去吃早餐，我们再回头见。
It was beautiful. So last night, my wife and I slept in one of the ice hotel rooms, and it was beautiful. We didn't know what to expect going into it, and I slept very well. When we woke up in the morning, you look up and there's ice, and it's crystal and it's beautiful. And we just looked at each other and said, "This is crazy. What a great once-in-a-lifetime thing to do."
看来 Alan 的一夜体验似乎没有像这对来自美国的夫妻如此的兴奋。话不多说，赶紧起身去洗漱，因为他接下来就得马上转换身份，由旅店客人变成旅店员工，而他的第一项任务就是见总裁。
How you doing?
Fantastic. Welcome to Hirkenes. I hope you will enjoy it here. Yes.
I have very much so. It's more of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You know, I went to Hirkenes and I slept in the snow hotel one night in -4 in a sleeping bag that I couldn't go to the bathroom. I just was in there.
You're so right, because you are kind of going on an expedition when you are sleeping in the snow hotel. It's not like a normal hotel where you just book a room. Rougher style, because you see our place, kind of a little rougher luxury that we do. And that's why we also try to train our staff well. So we kind of pronounce during the sleeping bag demonstration how to survive the night.
约见的地点就设在冰雪旅店的2楼餐厅。这里原来是一间谷仓和畜棚，建于1980年。畜牧业高峰期有多达100多只羊，2楼便是用于存放干草的地方。旅店总裁 Celia 相约 Alan 品尝旅店即将推出的地道驯鹿菜式，享受美食的 Alan 又怎会错过呢？ Alan 也趁机向总裁讨教，要经营一家这么冷的旅店，运作上会有挑战吗？
Can you just share with me, I guess, just give me a general overview of the operations here, how things are run here, how many people work here?
Now we are 45. And before the pandemic, we were over double. Then we were 107 people working here.
Is there anything specific you're looking for when, let's say, you're looking to hire someone?
The personality is important because we became very close here with the guest. You are not only a waiter here, you are kind of a host. And that's also part of the training program. When they ended this week, they all need to sleep in the snow hotel. That is part of what they need to know. When guests are asking, how was it? Was it cold on the nose or how was it?
来自世界各地的旅客，除了能参与精彩的户外活动之外，大家也能品尝到北欧最地道的驯鹿美食。身为旅店总裁，试吃成了Celia最重要的工作之一。
What do we have here? What are we eating here right now?
Local food.
Local food.
Of course, we serve local food here. So here is reindeer. We have a lot of reindeers in the area also. I hope you will enjoy it.
It's very good. It's very soft, very tender, very juicy.
Like melting.
Yeah, like melting.
Yes,
Yeah, it's my first
it's
time actually.
nice.
A little bit gamey, but not too gamey.
Because it's a special taste also, but this is, we are used to this here. very traditional.
Yeah, it is. Very, very good.
吃饱喝足，也该是时候准备好上班啦。既然是自行管理模式 ，Alan 就得自己去找今天要汇报的主管，客房部的 Christina。
Christina? Hi, how's it going? I'm Alan.
I'm Christina.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet
Hi.
you too.
来自克罗地亚的 Christina 已经在这里工作了3年。她主要负责打扫旅店，保持餐厅、前台以及旅店在冰雪套房以外的20间小木屋。Christina 不需要向主管汇报工作流程，一切启动自我管理的工作模式。 只要打开手机上安装的应用程序，就能清楚知道有哪些小木屋的客人已经退房，他就能马上开始工作。从早上10点到下午3点前，短短的5个小时内，5间小木屋就恢复了整洁和美观。
Did you have to go to any training or any classes to learn how to clean, or did they have like a standard operating procedure, like you need to clean this, clean that, or you just kind of know what you're gonna do?
Well, my boss told me we like to keep our standard. There are certain things that it needs to be done, regardless if you see, oh, it doesn't look like it's used, and you don't do that. You keep the procedure.
You keep it, yeah,
Yes.
you do
Yes,
SOP.
yes, yes.
Do you want me to help? Do you need any help with anything? Should I help you clean the toilet, or can I watch you do it?
Not
No.
really. I'm kind of perfectionist.
Yo, you're professional. Oh, so I'm not gonna.
trust you.
You don't trust me. Okay.
And
Well,
I'm joking.
no, I know. I'm just kidding.
自称是完美主义者的 Christina 怎么会相信 Alan 有打扫的能力？房间里边边角角的尘埃都逃不过他的法眼。打扫客房的工作并不简单，就连打扫的工作流程 ，Christina 也创造了自己独门的一套节奏和方式。
I have this what I call circle cleaning. So in that case, I don't miss anything.
Okay.
Firstly, I go in, I collect everything that needs to go out. Garbage, towels, linen.
Okay. Take the sheets out, right?
Yeah. I make one bowl, so it's easy to carry out. And the second thing is I exchange the glasses, and then we go this common area. In a circle, we do the doorknobs, this, dust. Then we check if there's anything on the windows. So as you notice, I go around, so I don't miss anything. The last thing is toilet.
Basin.
Yeah, always shower and toilet.
现在到我们最喜欢的马桶。Should I wash the base, the bowl here? No.
With the brush.
You know the brush, okay.
Just make sure we take everything.
好干净啊，对不对？
So now, I finish toilets, then it's refilling with clean towels, shampoos, or what is needed, toilet paper. And that's like now finished. The last step is mopping.
打扫客房的实习任务总算大功告成。接下来等待 Alan 的是一项有趣的任务，不过出发前 ，Alan 还得先完成另一项任务。
我的师傅 Torsion 快要到了，不过我先把我们这个东西都准备好，我先清干净一下。哇，好多雪！
清除座位上的积雪，将座位打扫干净是身为导游最基本的工作。这么一来，客人才能轻松上车，坐得舒服。
You all ready? Have fun.
Alan 随着导游出发，到距离旅店不远的峡湾。在这个大半年都结冰的地方 ，Alan 有一项任务等待他完成。70岁的导游前辈 Todd 来自冰岛，平时负责开车的他，在人手不足的情况下，也当上了捕捞帝王蟹的导游。
I'll take the lid off.
Yep.
好，那我们准备去捞帝王蟹。Quite heavy.
没错 ，Alan 现在要完成的工作是正式捕捞帝王蟹。笼子里的是已经早已捕获的帝王蟹，但是旅店会先存放在笼子里，继续在峡湾里放养。而且所有捕捞的螃蟹都必须向有关当局报备。为了防止当地渔民过度捕捞，所以旅店只会捕捉一定的配额。
I go like this. Okay.
Icelandic Alaskan king crab. So, how do you grab them? Just the last leg? Oh, there's no claws on these, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they have a claw.
This one.
Okay, one claw.
Yeah, you don't want to put your finger in that.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at all that detail.
Yeah.
Beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
Let's take a selfie together.
Yeah.
上个世纪60年代，由于生活条件恶劣，一名苏联的海洋生态学家为俄罗斯西北部城市的峡湾连续7年引进大量的帝王蟹，希望为渔民提供有价值的渔获。没想到这些帝王蟹急速生长，甚至向挪威的海岸移居，现在就成了希尔克内斯的特产。工作人员也会在现场向客人介绍这种巨大无比而美味的螃蟹。
This is actually not a crab,
What is it?
8-legged crustacean. He's in family with the lobster, and that's probably why he tastes so good.
好，那我们回去我们的雪酒店。
在回程的路上，突然遇到大暴雪来袭，顿时间让所有人都不知所措。
我一直在想，如果是我在驾这个车子，所有的周围什么都看不见，我会很紧张。
有抵达冰雪旅店，
I'm Alan.
My friend Alan.
入住冰雪客房，
晚安 ，Good night.
到捕捉帝王蟹，
Icelandic Alaskan king crab.
一路上都是精彩行程。但接下来的体验就有点出乎预料啦。
我们开我们的车子去捞这些帝王蟹，天气还是很好啊。然后过了差不多10分钟，突然间就下大雪，然后我们前面的路都看不见。如果是我在驾这个车子，所有的周围什么都看不见，我会很紧张。我看他们啊这么有信心，这么不担心，我会感受到。然后呢，这个也可以会让他们的客人会有一种特别的安全感。然后我觉得这个也是很重要的。
有经验的导游就是不一样，姜还是老的辣。大家有惊无险地回到了旅店，导游前辈简单地跟 Alan 讲解了烹煮螃蟹的技巧。Alan 也有了他初次为客人讲解的机会。
Normally people like to boil it, but we're going to steam it. So we put fresh snow because it looks better on camera. And then we put the legs inside, we heat it up, and then we wait for the steam to come out, and then we wait 17 minutes. After you need 17 minutes, then we can take it out. We keep this on in case the lid pops off and everything too. So that's about it.
Cool.
Woo! Steaming.
Yeah.
哇，好，你看都已经准备好的，我们新鲜的帝王蟹可以准备当我们的晚餐吃了。Your dinner, sir.
So, you get these out. You cut it
joint.
right over. And if you are good, you get all the meat out.
Just like that.
Yeah. You squeeze off. Bon appetit.
Thank you.
I remember.
其实除了旅客，冰雪旅店还住着140只哈奇士犬。这里的狗场可是挪威芬马克郡规模最大之一。哈奇士犬的主要任务是负责拉雪橇，让旅客体验北欧人最原始的交通工具。狗儿出外奔跑的时间长短，都是依据它们的年龄和身体状况而定。在旅游高峰期，狗儿每天最多跑4个小时，路程最多30公里，间中还有休息时间。在雪中奔跑是哈奇士犬的天性，所以它们基本上不需要训练。不过，旅店对狗儿的饮食非常讲究，饲料是根据个别狗儿的体质量身配置的。
You ready? You ready? Let's go. Let's go have some fun with some canines. You should eat right here. Yeah. Okay.
之前骑着雪橇抵达旅店的 Alan， 现在得向导师 Hayes 讨教如何驾驶雪橇。
Put a big up.
with a double brake system actually. So you're just standing with your toes on the ski and with your heel on the speed mat.
Oh, okay.
So this will not make you stop, but it will break down the dogs a bit. So it's good if you go downhill, so the sled doesn't drive into your dogs.
Okay.
And then this is like the brake if you really want to stop.
Okay.
So you really put your full weight in this. And sometimes you even have to do this, just to let it dig in.
Yeah. To really slow that down.
Yes. And
Okay.
then you can really stop. And then
So this is where you stand, right? You'll be here.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
要管理接近140只哈奇士犬，旅店在旺季期间可需要至少30到40名员工。
And where are you all from? You, I know, are from
The Netherlands.
from Netherlands,
Norway.
Norway,
Germany.
Germany. Germany. Well, welcome, welcome. So what is it about working here that you love so much?
It's a very special place. It has many different things to offer, and working with dogs and humans and in winter time. And that's a very, very nice combination. I really love it. I cannot imagine having a normal job again.
Yeah.
That's too boring.
I hear all your stories. It's made me feel so alive, right?
Yeah.
100年前，希尔克内斯这个小镇其实是一个铁矿城镇。铁矿厂在1996年结业后，小镇整合了当地居民特有的北欧文化和生活智慧，成功把希尔克内斯转型为旅游目的地，为游客提供独特的旅游体验。即使希尔克内斯的天气在4月初依旧难以捉摸，但变化莫测的生活环境也塑造了当地人坚韧的生活态度。嘿，即使天气再严峻，旅店的工作仍要继续。Alan 也别想逃。旅店经理已经为你安排了一项任务，符合 Alan 体力的挑战，同时也是一项非常重要的工作。
This will be your first challenge.
So Maxime doesn't speak English, and you don't speak Norwegian. I mean.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I know. I don't know how to do that.
You do that.
That's about it. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then-
Alan.
Maxime.
Alan 今天的工作就是要在早上8点半把当天退房客人的行李搬运到行李托运部。
Ready?
Yes.
All right, this will be interesting.
好，出发。
任务似乎很简单，但一早要在大雪天里工作，并且要和不懂英语的克罗地亚籍员工共事，将是一项巨大的挑战。
好，我们现在准备我帮Maxine拿一些行李。
大门一开，迎面而来的却是一片凌乱的行李。
哎呀，所有的行李都好像还没准备好。Everything's over. We have to literally pack it all up. Is that right?
行李还没准备好是常有的事，没什么好大惊小怪的。这些客人应该还在享受冰雪旅店里的冰床，还没起身呢。嘿，请多多包涵。
好，所以这些行李都还没收拾好。现在呢，Maxine好像是跟我说，我们是要去前台看今天哪一些房间是要退房，就是哪一些游客要退房，然后去他们的房间帮他们去取他们的行李。
在冰雪旅店的范围内是无法使用机动车的，因为这会破坏雪橇的轨道，所以旅店只能依靠北欧人最传统的交通工具。因此，运输行李也必须使用雪橇，这也能让客人感受到北欧童话般的生活。
我就是跟 Maxine 到处跑，因为他的任务呢就是送行李，也是打扫。尤其是当天下大雪，Maxine 呢跟我有一个蛮好笑的一个经验，因为可以说是鸡跟鸭说话，因为他不会讲英语，我也不会讲他的母语可能一个单字他听得懂，还是我听得懂。不过后来我发现，不管我们的语言不通他还是可以用他的这个身体跟他这个动作来表达他的意思。
刚搬完行李 ，Maxime 就马不停蹄拉着 Alan 来清除堆积如山的白雪。 变幻莫测的天气加剧了 Maxim 的工作量。地上是满满的雪堆，对在下午3点即将入住的客人来说是非常危险的。脚踩在蓬松的雪地上，也很容易发生意外。所以 Maxim 必须要在客人入住前完成清除20栋小木屋门前以及周边的积雪量。
刚才工作一半，突然间下大了，所以你看得不太清楚。现在都是一个大白画面。不过还是要继续做。
对来自亚洲的 Alan 来说，在大雪纷飞的环境下工作，绝对不是一件浪漫的事。Alan 还有一项艰巨又十分重要的工作，完成了这项任务，客人才能在任何时间，包括夏天，体验到冰雪旅店-4摄氏度的独特魅力。执行这项任务的就是挪威的冰雪专家 Gil。50岁的 Gil 是冬季奥运会冰雪轨道设计团队的成员之一，是享誉冰雪界的冰雪专家。
I got the phone call from the founder, and he told me, I heard that you're able to store the snow through the summer. I have this experience from my work in the alpine industry and my cross country, so we preserve the snow from one winter to the other one to not make the snow twice. It's more cost efficient because you do not need to spend all that time, all that effort to create the rooms, to create the art and all technique every year. Once done, it stays like it is inside. You can just change it when you want. And third, when you make it in November, December, you are open maybe 90 days a year.
Yes.
These guys is open 365. So you have 4 times more season. It should be more environmentally friendly and it should be more cheap to do it.
最重要的是，这么一来，冰雪旅店就可以在全年4季365天持续开放。不过，冰雪旅店在储存白雪之前，还需要造雪。尽管挪威的冬季有得天独厚的自然雪，不过这里的降雪量每年只有60米厚。但旅店在12月初旺季的时候，就需要储备至少13000立方米的冰雪。要打造一家全年开放的冰雪旅店，依旧需要依赖造雪机。传统的挪威造雪是使用高压水、压缩空气和专用喷嘴，将微小的水滴吹入空气中。这些水滴落到地面时会冻结。冰雪旅店所需要的13000立方米的白雪量，得花上3个星期和6500立方米的水来制造。制造白雪的冰水取自旅店附近的峡湾，通过水管输送到这里。工作人员再将白雪运往旅店的周围喷洒后，还得负责把新喷的白雪铺平。而这个时候，我们的主持人 Alan 也没有闲着。
Wow!
Now we're starting to blow.
现年30岁的 Jonas 4年前开始工作，任务就是执行打造365冰雪旅店的任务。Alan 正跟着冰雪旅店的工程项目经理 Jonas 去视察铺雪工程的进展。大雪的来袭并没有延缓铺雪的工作进度，目的就是要让冰雪旅店能全年保持在-4摄氏度，继续对外开放。
So now they begin blowing the snow up to add thickness to the side of the wall of the ice hotel. And I guess there's different types of snow. This snow is a bit wetter, right?
Yeah.
So it's more like glue, it'll stick.
Yeah.
And then near the top, you use drier
More
snow.
dry snow.
More
It's
patchy.
easier to get up on the top.
I see, yeah.
That we adjust kind of the snow that we use wet or dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
而这项为旅店盖雪的工作，就要花上至少14天的时间才可以完成。
Next week we're starting with some cover and insulation.
To protect it for the summer and
Protect it for
everything.
the summer and sun. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
the main thing is we want to have 2 meters of ice glacier inside.
Uh-huh.
Then we add 4 meters of snow extra.
Oh, okay, okay.
So this is planned to stand for 2 years now before we do something more.
哇，在这里啊，天气转变得非常非常快。刚才Jonas也有说，就是偶尔有时候会下雪，有时候是很清楚一个天，不过有时候也会不很难那个就是估计就是接下来的天气像什么。 可能会下大雪，突然间停了。我现在刚才有下一些冰雹，就是打到我的皮肤啊，也很痛。不过对这里的员工来说，不管什么天气，他们还是会按照他们原来的工作的责任，就是要把这个雪能够储存好，所以到时候能够耐到，能够保留到下一个冬天。
Alan 的工作还没结束。广告之后，他将尾随 Jonas 到冰雪旅店里去做一项很重要的工作，而且是关乎人命的工作，千万别走开。在北极圈内的挪威希尔科内斯小镇，有一座完全由冰雪制造，即使在夏天也不会融化的冰雪旅店。在夏天来临之际，主持人 Alan 亲眼目睹、亲身体验2年一次为旅店铺盖白雪的浩大工程。创办人之所以会突发奇想，打造一家完全由冰雪制成的冰雪旅店，其实和自然环境的转变息息相关。
We try to follow the nature, the temperature of nature, and the climate change has come so far that the winter is still later and later starting.
Yes.
旅店的旺季是在圣诞节期间，但是因为全球暖化，让旅店创始人担心天气无法跟着正常的季节规律下雪。如果延迟了，这冰雪旅店便无法在12月20号指定时间对外开放，旅店就会面临关门大吉的命运。所以4年前 ，Borda 下定决心投下巨额打造365冰雪旅店的想法。
In doing this, what were some of the challenges you had to face? What were some of the key considerations? Yeah, you wouldn't want this to fall on top of us now.
We have spent lots of millions. And we have done lots of mistakes. So no, this is the first year that we really know what we are doing.
冰雪旅店需要至少6米厚的白雪覆盖在旅店的周围，旅店的内部才能继续全年维持在零下4摄氏度。旅店覆盖白雪的浩大工程结束了之后，接下来关键性的步骤就是检测365冰雪旅店室内结构的耐力度，这也是为了保障所有人的安全。
So, Geir gonna now show you. We're gonna do a strength test.
Wow.
As you know, and you have seen from the roof, there is a little bit of snow on top of us.
Yes,
but we do not know how strong it is. So to figure out how strong it is, we want to do a density test.
其实，覆盖在冰雪旅店外厚厚的白雪，是为了让旅店在夏天降温，以确保旅店内层不会融化。
So we create a cooling layer between the evaporation and the snow under. Every day in the summer, we lose less than 1 centimeter of snow because instead of letting it melting, cooling, it evaporates a little bit, create the cold energy. That's why we have the 6-meter thick wall, because if you count 6 meters, then you have 600 days of warm weather because before you lose all your roof. So we are safe because we have around 400 days of warm weather or less than that for 2 summers. So this is simple calculation.
Wow, man, this is really hard. Maybe only about, what's that, about maybe 5 cm.
身为项目经理的 Jonas 就会进行每周1次的检查工作，主要的目的是确保覆盖在旅店的冰雪密度以及温度符合标准。
现在量一下温度啊。
So it's getting a little bit colder.
Minus 零下2.3. Is there an ideal temperature? You want to make sure
we want to go to -4, but of course, because we're drilling, we have a little bit heat wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So it's okay right now, this temperature?
Yeah, it's okay. If I take the snow now and let this melt, then we can see the density of the snow after we have taken it out. Normally I do this outside, but I will do this now.
所以现在主要呢就是密度是非常非常重要。可能当初啊这些雪是不是很密？现在呢他们主要要把这个雪就是一直压着，弄得越来越硬、越来越密，才能够就是维持能够比较耐一点。
And then there's another thing. Snow is an organic material. It's not
Yeah.
a fixed thing. It's
Yeah.
always changing. So
Mm.
you never know with snow. That's why it's impossible, let's say, to do real calculation how strong this is because it's so many factors you cannot measure.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why we have to do this kind of testing just to prove for ourselves that it's strong enough. It means that the density should be okay and the temperature should be -4.
冰雪耐力测试结束之后，最后一项工作就是以一层层的隔热装置将铝垫包起来，工作就算完成了。
Wow, this is really, really thick. Where did Gail go? Where's he? Whoa! Hey, how'd you get up there? There's a lot of snow. Definitely a lot of snow going on. Be careful coming down. So I have a question for you two. We have 6 meters of strong snow to protect this ice hotel. Why don't we just go for 9 meters so we don't have to do it once every 3 years versus 2 years then?
Good question. We'll think about it.
We'll think about it.
冰雪旅店上下都忙着准备迎接夏季到来的同时，身为旅店创办人的 Cora 也特意邀请了 Alan 到他不对外开放的私人小木屋畅饮。在乡间僻静的地方拥有一间小木屋，闲来到此小住几天，休息充电是一种北欧人的生活习惯。而这也是 Cora 想为冰雪旅店的客人所打造的户外旅游体验。
现在呢，我们到了 Cora 的小木屋，这里离城市南大路差不多12公里。现在我跟 Millie 这里下了好多雪，这个门口都被挡住了，所以我们要先把这里清干净一下。
Alan,
All right.
don't talk. You have to work.
I know. I'm coming to work.
We are not here for fun.
I know. Yeah.
因为小木屋设在偏远的森林里，大伙儿必须在温度再持续下降前，赶紧到木屋内生火、煮水，让暖炉热起来。这么一来，大伙儿才不会被寒冷的天气冻僵。
Oh, my wife is impressed, very impressed. This is the first time that the stair has been shown.
What?
It's first time that we can see the stair.
完成清除积雪的工作 ，Cora 便进入小木屋，开始烹煮北欧人最爱的驯鹿汤。
Okay, now you deserve a beer.
Oh, thank you.
不过，没有安装电流的小木屋，要如何在寒冷的天气里储存伙食呢？
So we have to, like the brown bear goes in the cave in the winter. This is our cave here.
Oh, wow.
Just see.
Is it a natural refrigerator?
See what it is. No, it's an anti-fridge. To see if it's frozen or not. See, beer, is it frozen?
Is it frozen?
Yeah, but it's not destroyed. You see, it's open. So it's frozen. You see?
Oh, it's frozen. How does it stay frozen like that?
Because it's minus 10 degrees inside in the winter.
Wow. Even inside here?
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to work a lot here. Nothing comes free.
Yeah.
In these 2 periods. So we are never here in the cold winter. But usually I'm here in beginning of March. And my dream is always, every year, I say to my wife, I'm going to fish and hunt for 1 month here.
在这里我也发现，看他们的关系，也不是说是像你是我的领导，我的老板，就是我是你的朋友。我觉得这样过生活，这样跟他们工作会比较顺利。然后看大家在这里，在这个雪店工作，也是非常开心。
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Well, thank you so much for inviting me. Cheers.
无论是前来游玩的旅客，还是在此打工的旅店员工 ，Cora 都确保所有人能在这片雪地上找到属于自己的一片天。如此遥远的冰雪旅店，却能让人有宾至如归的感觉。冰雪旅店的冰雪魔幻力，果然是无以伦比。